Yep. You already know what it is. Southpaw Talk with Southpaw Slick. And today's video is actually a pretty interesting one. It's kind of something I wanted to talk about, but wasn't in a rush to do so. But I got a question from one of my Instagram followers, and he was talking about watching one of my videos and that I brought up P. Diddy after Young Miami, of course, and that I was insinuating that P. Diddy is gay when I said he messes with men and women, right? And he was asking me, why do I think that? Well, first and foremost, I thought that was common knowledge. Like, not saying that P. Diddy is gay indefinitely, but the thought of him being gay, I thought that was like a common thing. Like, I'll say at least the last 20 years or so. But I'm saying if you're not like aware of why people think that, or at least why I think that as well, I'm gonna break it down. I'm going to use a few examples of him himself doing things a little suspect, and a few examples of people in the industry saying that he is gay or he has gay tendencies, right? P. Diddy is not the only one. There's plenty of others that have been suspect or people think is gay, like Birdman, like Hezekiah Walker, the gospel singer. Even though it was confirmed after his death, Luther Vandross, and so on. There's countless others. There's even actors like John Travolta, I'm saying, that have been considered gay or people say is gay on the low. But let's get back into the video. With P. Diddy, a few examples of what I'm talking about is one, which you guys might be aware of. The segment he had with Kevin Hart and Usher, when he was talking about how him and Usher, they would like wake up out the bed together and, eat breakfast. The way he said it was kind of gay. That's why Kevin Hart started laughing his ass off, because it sounded like a pause moment, like pause, you know what I mean? Like, Like it didn't sound right. And then you heard P. Diddy trying to like flip the story again, like trying to make it sound more, appropriate or straight. You know what I mean? That's one moment. Another one is the Drink Champs interview that he had with Fabulous and Junior Reid, the reggae artist or dancehall artist, right? And he kept calling Fabulous daddy, like, yeah, I like that, daddy. Hey, daddy. And you know what they say, like when you got liquid courage, you speak your actual thoughts, right? So I'm saying, and then he's all talking about, like with Fabulous birthday, like I'll take you out for your birthday. And he wasn't saying it like on no G shit, on no straight shit. He was saying it like, I want to take you out on a date and hopefully get something afterwards. That's the way he was saying it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, like, like after we do this interview, why don't we go hit up the bar and shoot some pool and talk to some bitches? You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was like, I want to take you out for the night type shit. And then he all starts touching on Junior Reid. And Junior Reid's Jamaican, and Jamaicans don't play that shit. If he wasn't on camera, he probably would have snuffed P. Diddy, but he ended up walking off set. He ain't with that. I ain't with that. I ain't comfortable like that. And the picture with P. Diddy and Steve Stout, how he's under Steve Stout's arm, like they're booed up. And it's like, it looks really crazy. Like y'all a little bit too close. You know what I mean? That doesn't look right. And then of course with 50 Cent putting up the Instagram, on his Instagram, he was putting up a picture of P. Diddy and Rick Ross. And the angle that picture was shot at looked like they were about to lock lips, like they were about to make out. It was a really bad angle. And I'm like, I think they just caught them off guard, but it's definitely a picture that's like forever online, you know, and it looks really bad. It looks really bad. But that's a few examples of P. Diddy himself doing things suspect. There are more, but those are probably the most notable ones, right? And then, of course, you have people in the industry saying that P. Diddy is gay. Exhibit, when he said that P. Diddy took him to a club and he noticed that two men were kissing in the club. And it was like, I'm in a fucking gay club, basically, you know? And I didn't even realize it. One of P. Diddy's former bodyguards said the same thing, that he would frequent the gay clubs, like in the New York scene, pretty often. You know, like he was known for being a regular, you know, like P. Diddy is in them gay streets like that. You know what I mean? Like, and then of course, Jaguar Wright, which is somebody that says a lot of crazy shit, you know, kind of like Orlando Brown or something. But I actually believe her on this one. When she was talking about back in the early 90s, like basically P. Diddy's Uptown Record days, that him and Christopher Williams, you probably remember him in New Jack City and also the song I'm Dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. That Christopher Williams, right? Well, according to her, she said that Christopher Williams was caught under the sheets. Under the sheet, and Jamaican patois slang is going down on somebody. But he was caught buffing off P. Diddy in the studio. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll take her word for it for now until proven otherwise. But that's just a few examples of what I'm talking about. P. Diddy has been considered gay for a long time, or at least bisexual. I think P. Diddy is bisexual, or like how some people say that if anything with a hole was a person, that's P. Diddy. I think he's down for whatever. I think he likes women, men, trans. I think he likes everything. Like he's like a sexual deviant. That's the way he comes across to me. But because he has so much money and so much power and so much influence, he can kind of get away with that shit. He can kind of stick and move like that, you know? I don't care if P. Diddy is gay, to be honest. I really don't. But the thing is, people want him to vocalize it. They want him to come out and say it. But the way I'm looking at it is, at this point, P. Diddy is in the closet with a glass door. You know what I mean? Like, we already see it. Like, he's mad suspect. He moves kind of crazy. He talks kind of crazy. I'm like, P. Diddy is I don't know, he looking like a pack of Skittles right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is to me. Like, and he has beards. You know what I mean? Like Cassie or Casey, however you want to say it. I'm gonna call it Cassie. I mean, she's irrelevant anyway, so whatever. She had one hot song, just me and you now. I've been waiting, thinking I'm gonna take it. Baby, tell me if you like it. That song was fire though. I'm gonna give it that. But that's it. That's all she's known for, right? And being strung along by P. Diddy for like 10 years before she finally left. I think P. Diddy genuinely liked her, but I think he was also using her as a cover-up. You know what I mean? Like, because like so many gay rumors was going on, still going on. That's what I'm saying. It's like he can't get that off him. Same thing with Young Miami. I'm saying it's like he's paying her $250K a month. I don't think that's just for allowance, just to keep her around. I also think that's hush money too. Yes, he's been linked to another woman, like Wild B with Young Miami. Matter of fact, he got an Asian woman pregnant, right? So that's two women. So he's been linked to two other women while being with Young Miami, and I'm more than certain that he probably has a couple of men in there as well. I'm more than certain. He just comes across that way, you know? But yeah, I think at this point, the majority of people know, at least people that keep up with the hip hop scene. I think people know P. Diddy is gay. I really do. Right? But to me, it's like at the point, like, you might as well come out. If P. Diddy comes out, I think it'll be celebrated. I'm saying the climate we live in now, P. Diddy would get a whole bunch of love for that. If he came out and was like, yeah, I'll play for the other team, people would accept that. Or even if he said he was bisexual, people would accept that and not be surprised. It's kind of like what I look at him like Queen Latifah. We all know she was a lesbian the whole time. She just has that aura about her. She has that young and May aura about her. You know what I mean? And definitely set it off. I'm saying with Set It Off, she played that role a little bit too good. She did a fucking amazing job. That's an amazing movie. But she played that role a little bit too good. You know what I mean? Like, fun fact, Jada Pinkett actually wanted to play Cleo instead of Stoney. Right? And they basically went along with the Queen Latifah thing. But that's another one. Is Will Smith and Jada. That basically Jada is Will Smith's beard. And both of them have an open relationship. She messes with men and women. He messes with mostly men and a few women. That's what a lot of people have been saying for years. But let's get back to the P. Diddy thing. Like I said, I look at P. Diddy like Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah was outed. I'm saying when she was on a yacht or a boat or whatever with her girlfriend at the time. I don't know if they're still together or not, but with her girlfriend at the time. So that pretty much confirmed it. Queen Latifah, till this day, at least to my knowledge, hasn't officially came out of the closet. She hasn't said herself like, yes, I'm lesbian. You know what I mean? It's like, we already know. It's like, she don't have to. That's how I look at P. Diddy. Yes, he can just come out the closet. And a lot of people want him to. Like, wow, I wish this nigga would just be like Lil Nas X or Frank Ocean or something and just be like, you know, like, yes, I'm a big old fucking rainbow. I'm saying, but you got to look at it too. P. Diddy comes from that late 80s, early 90s era of hip hop, right? And at that time, there was no fucking way you can walk around like Lil Nas X and be successful. You would have got shut down quick. Like I said, the rap, even now, the rap game, the hip hop scene is still homophobic. It's a little bit more leniency now, but it's still mostly homophobic, right? But I'm saying, but at the same time, you wouldn't even have a rapper like Saucy Santana walking around comfortably. You know what I mean? Not, like I said, not back then. Definitely not back then. So I'm looking at it that way too. He comes from an era where if he was out and about openly, he wouldn't have nearly been as successful as he became. You know what I mean? It's like that just would not have happened. So I'm looking at it that way too. That P. Diddy is kind of, you know, he kind of has that same mentality that I can't say nothing. But like I said, I don't think P. Diddy is 100% gay. I think he's bisexual. And when it comes to women, I truly think if things didn't go awry, you know, with the shooting at the club with Shine and all that, he definitely would have married Jennifer Lopez. If out of all the women he's been with, Kim Porter, Cassie, Young Miami, I'm saying that's the one he would have wifed up because she's an exotical. And you know, a lot of y'all niggas like exoticals. So he would have cuffed that quick. Well, you kind of could have said the same thing about Cassie, right? You kind of could have said the same thing about Cassie, but like I said, she's irrelevant. Whereas J-Lo was like still the it girl at the time. You know, she was like one of the baddest chicks in the game. Now I think she's kind of overrated. I always did. I'm like, yeah, she got a nice little butt, but she ain't nothing special. But I'm saying, but at the time, she was like the it girl. So if anything, that's the one he would have cuffed. But that's the reason why I you know, squeezed in that joke. You know, like he messes with women and men. You know, like it's common knowledge now. That's all I'm saying, and I'm just giving you examples of why a lot of people, including myself, think he's gay or bisexual or just down for whatever. But break's about to be over. Southpaw Slick, I'm out.